In 2008, we were stationed in Hawaii. We had an amazing house. Could see the water, could see this much water out of one window. We were able to redo the kitchen, the bathroom. The house was everything I wanted it to be. I had an awesome job. I worked for a 3-star general. I was what they call a section commander, which means I didn't get to go anywhere. I was the one staying back while the 3-star went on his different trips all over wherever. And I had to stay back to sign for him, review the policies and any action that we had to do. So everything was great, right? I didn't have to go anywhere. I could just sit there with my 2-year-old and my awesome husband. And then I got deployed to Iraq. So I could have gotten out of it. My boss actually asked me. My 3-star said, "Do you want to do this?" And I said, "No, it is my turn. I've never deployed. I should go. There's a good mission happening. We need to help." So in 2008, I went to Iraq. One thing a lot of people don't know about military women, when you go to a war zone, they tell you to keep a picture of your child and a picture of your family, your husband, with you at all times. You had that? They told you that too? And you know why? If you are, there's 2 reasons basically, right? The number one reason why they want you to have it on you at all times is if you're abducted, it helps, it helps you save, it may help you save your life. There's no other way to say it. It helps you possibly connect to your abductor, help them understand that you're a mother, that you're a wife, that you have responsibilities back home. Luckily, I did not use my pictures for that, but it's good to know why. It sets the stage. I did use my pictures though, for the people around me. I was for the first month that I was deployed in Iraq, I worked for a 1-star general. We were in charge of supporting and training the special forces in Iraq to help them build up their capability. So I'm sitting one day with the HR team, helping them go from a paper-based HR system to actual, like some sort of an IT system. And so I turned to the ladies and I showed them a picture of my beautiful daughter. And 2 years old, big loopy brown curls. She's just precious at this point. She's 19 now. Different situation. She's still amazing. But the lady looked at me, and I will never in my whole life, I'll never forget this. She says, "Your daughter's beautiful. You have no heart." And I looked at her and I said, "What do you mean?" And she says, "You have no heart. How can you leave her? How can you leave your husband?" And I said, "I'm here for you. I'm here for your country. I'm here to help you stabilize your country." Because in Iraq in 2008, they had just recovered from 24 years from a dictator that created over 100, that's what they said, something around 100, opulent palaces for himself, while his whole country lived in poverty. Unless you were his buddy, you were living in poverty. So we were there for a mission to help rebuild Iraq after that devastation of 24 years and to help them rebuild their country. My husband was deployed to Iraq as well. He went on 2 deployments while we were both active duty at this, before that point he was in. He did 8 years. I stayed in when we had our child. And that was the only deployment that I did. But there's something about being in the military. There's something about the core values. And every service has a different way to relay their core values. They have their different montage, the different things that they say. But in the Air Force, we say integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all that you do. And those are words that you hear in basic training. Those are words that you hear throughout your whole time in the military. They ingrain that in you. And different services, I'm sure other people in this different services, right? There's something to be said for that. You have to get together with your group. You have to reset your whole organization, to be on the same page, to follow a mission together, right? So those core values are what, honestly, I look at the last 2 years and I can tell you that is why I've had this success. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. A couple of examples throughout. Hope I entertain you a little bit. Integrity first. My mother always said, there's nothing you could do that's worse than lying. I was a good kid. And she's right, but integrity is about a lot more than telling the truth. Integrity is about doing the right thing when no one else is looking. So it's so much bigger than just a lie. And we all, as realtors, we all have to live by that. We are the Pinocchio on the shoulder. We are the, I said it wrong. We are the Jiminy Cricket, right? We're in Disney. We're the Jiminy Cricket sitting on the shoulder of their Pinocchio. We have to help them understand what the rules are. What's the right thing to do, right? We got to put the right thing in the MLS listing. We have to make sure that we relay any material defects with the home. And we need to be careful about discrimination. And these rules are set so that we can help our communities be fair and equal and good for each other, places where we want to live. Those rules are set for a reason. And when you're in the military, there's rules as well. And good leaders in the military, great leaders in the military, they insist, don't sugarcoat it. Tell me the truth. Let's live by these rules. We have these rules on purpose. In the military, you don't follow the rules, you don't follow the laws, somebody could die in some career fields. So it's ingrained in you to the point where, like, I'm Catholic too, so I got double things going on there. I got guilt coming in every direction. And I feel a little tinge of guilt every time I even think about not doing the right thing. And when my client says, I want to do this, and I'm like, no, we can't do that. Don't even think about it. We've got to help guide them to do the right thing, right? The next thing I want to talk about is service before self. So when I retired from the military, I went to work directly for a government contracting company. And I was the director of a practice where we stood up HRIT capability for government organizations. So I was still tied to the Air Force, but now I'm an outsider. Even though I used to be in the Air Force, I'm the outsider. I'm the slimy contractor. That's literally what we would call them when I was active duty, the slimy contractor. So you have this separation as a government contractor. Even if you have the right intent, there's still a separation. So the mission is lost. That feeling of being part of something bigger than yourself is lost. So after a few years of that, it was 2021, the fall of 2021, and my husband and I talked about it, and I was missing something in my life, something. So fast forward, met Bo, who's here today, at Anusia, and they kind of helped reinvigorate my idea that's in the back of my head about being a realtor. Because when I need that service. I need to help other people. And I had some knowledge around that. So fast forward, now I'm a licensed realtor. It's November 2022. I'm sitting in my backyard around our fire pit, and my neighbors are there with me and drinking some wine, and they're like peppering me. What the heck? You just had this great job. You're making great money. You're a director. What is going on? And so I, explained a little bit of what I just told you. I felt that need. And one of them said, I want to buy a house. I'm like, awesome. I've been a realtor for 1 month. I got my first buyer. Woo! The next day we get together, another glass of wine. We have the computer open, and she says, my budget is $2 million. Hot. Yeah. That's pretty fun, right? So, but tell you about our neighborhood. Most of the homes in our neighborhood are around 1,100 square foot. It's like a little box, right? So homes in that area go anywhere from 700,000 to maybe $1 million. and she is bumping it up a few notches. The rest of the story. She is from Tanzania. I'm going to call her Lori. She asked me to change her name. She's from Tanzania. She moved to America 1 week after 9/11. She had 2 jobs. She raised 3 children. She has a home that she has been in, tiny little 1,100 square foot home. 3 kids, 1 bathroom. What, right? She's been saving though. She started her own business. She's working full time, saving money. She turns to me, she's like, I have $500,000 saved up. I'm ready for this dream. I'm ready for this dream. I'm just like thrilled. I'm so excited because I'm helping someone get their dream. We got it up on the computer. We got through 30 houses, got it down to 2 houses, drove by one. No. Went into the second. She's like, well, I may not buy it. Maybe not be ready to buy. She called me 2 weeks later. She's like, no, that's the house. She can't get it off of her mind. Thankfully, it was a little overpriced, so it was just sitting there. That's a whole nother story, right? Overpriced houses. The good news is it's sitting there and we get to negotiate now. A little bit later, I did get it for her for under market value. It's fantastic. And we got a dining room table and some other stuff. So we're walking into this house, right? And I'm in there first and the door is open and I'm watching her walk up these steps and she's doing this number. I'm like ready to dance with her. She gets in the door. She falls to her knees. She cries, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. I'm crying, like I'm gonna cry right now. I'm crying, her sister's crying, she's crying, tears of joy. That is the definition of our jobs and service before self. Tears of joy. Because I don't know about you, but what do you call success? What do you consider success? Is it a vacation? That's successful. Is it a number? Is it a dollar sign? Those are all successful. But how you truly measure success? Tears of joy. Tears of joy. For me, that's the epitome. And I mean, if I could do anything today, it's to inspire you all to live that together, right? Because the other thing is excellence in all we do. We're not going to get to the tears of joy unless we are excellent every day in what we do. I bought my first home. I was 23 years old. I was working 2 jobs, so I had to do something. I couldn't manage it anymore. My one job was college, full-time student. My other job was a night job, 8 hours every single night. I couldn't continue it. So I bought a home, real fixer-upper. I got 3 roommates. I rolled up my sleeves, fixed that house up, put a new kitchen in, put a new bathroom in, got 3 roommates. I lived for free. So house hacking before house hacking was a thing, because now we're talking 1997. It's a long time ago. Since then, we've bought 13 homes. We have 8 rentals right now. So I have the knowledge. I have that how do we fix up homes? Do I have a plumber? Do I have an electrician? Do I have a couple of contractors? Do I have the support network that I need to make a difference for my clients? Right? That's excellence in all you do. You've got to be the support. When you go to the doctor, do you wait to go to the doctor until you have cancer? No, you go to the doctor like yearly, like for checkups. You call the doctor if you're having a little problem. You don't wait till the big problem. Same with real estate. Our clients need to come to us for anything, little things. They need to be able to trust us to come, not just for the emergency, like I'm going to buy a house, I want to sell a house. I want them to call me for the little things too, because we are their contact. We are their person. We are their house doctor, right? So being excellent in all you do, for me, it's the culmination of everything that I've done, including my time in the military. Being excellent at all I do has to do with me having that experience that I had in the military around strategy, around planning, around travel, around, oh my gosh, being the contract person and knowing contracts, around data, around cloud first solutions, right? I want to bring that cloud capability. We've learned so much already today on using cloud capabilities first to make it better for our people, to help them sell their houses. That, bringing all that together, everything that we have, everything that we've learned on a daily basis, that's our mission, being better. Coming to events like this where we're going to learn from other people on how to be better, that's our mission. So, I mean, if I could say, like, summing all of this up, your tears of joy, that's what we're here for. All of us have a mission to do something better for our people, to help our clients with their wealth building, fiduciary responsibility to our clients before ourselves, right? That's our mission. But to do that, we need to have integrity. We need to put service before self. And we need to be excellent every day in everything that we do.